called as firewall. So firewall is a network security system that controls network traffic based on security rules you configured on it. So basically, this firewall is used to secure your network. Okay, let us take one example to understand the firewall. So guys, we have some computers and we have, let us say, two servers in our LAN. This server is a web server. The other server is finance server. And this finance server is very confidential server, and web server, through this web server, you promote your products. So your customers visit this website and they purchase the product from this website. Okay, they are all connected to switch. And these devices need internet. Our second requirement is to provide the internet access to these devices. So we will connect the router. We'll connect the router and we'll provide the internet connectivity to these devices. So as we have discussed, internet is a public WAN. Anyone can connect to it. Let us say the attacker is connected to internet and he wants to attack your finance server. So he is already connected to internet. So from router, he will access your finance server. So to avoid this attack, what you will do? You will configure a firewall between this router and switch. Okay, again, it is an attacker. It is an attacker and he wants to attack this finance server. So from router, he wants to attack the finance server. The request will go to the firewall. Firewall will see that the request is coming from outside. The request is coming from internet and he wants to access the LAN. This is your LAN. Okay, and he wants to access the LAN. So firewall will drop the request. It will not allow the outsider to access the LAN. This is how this firewall secures your network. And guys, firewall is having 3 zones. So guys, firewall is having 3 zones. First is trusted zone. Second is untrusted zone. Third is DMZ. So what is trusted zone or trusted network? Your LAN. Your LAN is your trusted zone because this is your network and you trust it. That is why it is called as trusted zone. And internet is an untrusted zone. Why it is called as untrusted zone? Because it is a public WAN and anyone can connect to it. We don't know who is an attacker and who is a normal user. So internet is called as untrusted zone. And what is the use of this firewall? The firewall is used to secure your trusted zone from untrusted zone. Okay. And what this firewall will do, it will not allow the users from untrusted zone to access the devices in trusted zone. So here, attacker wants to access the finance server. This firewall is not allowing because attacker is in the untrusted zone and he wants to access trusted zone. In the trusted zone, in our LAN, we have one web server. As we have discussed, it is used to promote our website, okay, our products. So let us say a genuine user is connected to internet and he wants to access this website and he wants to purchase something. So again, the request will go to router. From router, the request will go to the firewall. Firewall will see that the request is coming from untrusted zone and he wants to access the server which is in trusted zone. The firewall will drop the request. So guys, is it good not to allow our customers to access the website?
No.
Oh, it is not good, right? So what we will do, the servers which should be accessed from untrusted zone, we will move them to DMZ. So we will not install the server which should be accessed from outside in our LAN, in our trusted zone. We will move this server from trusted zone to DMZ. This is your DMZ and this is your web server. Now user can access this website. The request will go to router, from router the request will go to firewall. Firewall will see that the request is coming from untrusted zone and he wants to access a device which is in DMZ, so it will allow it. Okay, so this is the use of DMZ. We install the devices which should be accessed from outside in DMZ. In our trusted zone, we install the devices which should not be accessed from outside. So this is the use of firewall. Okay, so the main scope is to control the traffic coming from untrusted zone.